Hello, guys. Welcome back to Guru the Guru, and it's another fine morning. And today we will be dealing with the Docker volumes. So, what exactly are Docker volumes? If you have looked at the architecture of Docker, it does not persist the information or the data you have stored into the container. So if you stop the container or if something happens and your server goes down, you're going to lose your data. So the only way you can remedy this is using Docker volumes, and it can be done by first of all ensuring you have a VM. So I have a VM from DigitalOcean, and I have not installed Docker in it. So if I type Docker, you'll see command Docker not found. So I just sudo install. Now, first of all, I would like to update the server. Sudo apt update, like update the server. So that is done. So I just clear up the terminal and sudo apt install docker.io. So I can install Docker. So in just a few, it should be done. 19%, just hanging there. It will be done in a few. And as we wait for the server to complete installing Docker, we're going to be dealing with the three types of volumes. That is anonymous volumes, we have bind volumes, and the named volumes. And I would like us to start with the anonymous volumes. So, if you have an anonymous volume, what happens is you have not labeled it with a name that is identifiable. So, what Docker will do, it will go to the. For example, I'm using Ubuntu, so it will go to the folder variable slash lib slash docker slash volumes and create a hash number and then append your volume there. So if you don't give your volume a name, it still creates a volume, but it's the only thing is it's not, you don't exactly know which volume it has created for you. So to get started, we'll get started with the anonymous volumes. So anonymous volumes, for example, we can create one for MySQL so that we can just show this, and we can do this by sudo docker run. Then we just detach it, and also we have let's just do the next line. Have the environmental variable MySQL root, SQL root, and then we have a password. SQL root password. We enter our password. Can just do. How do I give him a password? I can give him a password as I just Breton. Lowercase Breton. That's wrong. Breton. Go to the next line. Have another environmental variable. SQL underscore database. I give it a name. Just call it Breton as well. We go ahead and just give our volume, no, not our volume, but our container a name. We can call it MySQL anonymous. Then, so what we do after this is we just append the volume. This is how you append the volume. But now we have not given the volume a name. So what it will do, it will create a hash file and then append our volume there. But you're going to see this in a few. So and then now we give it what name, not the name but the container, the image it will pull. I'm sorry. So just click enter. It seems like we got something wrong. Let's go for that again. So We just remove that. Remove that. I should be able to pull now. So this one creates an anonymous volume. So we're just going to see in a few once it's done. So we can go to this folder. I am the root user. So if you are a user with you have to ensure the user has sudo rights to be able to access this folder. So one lib docker slash volumes. So if you ls into this folder, you're able to see the hash. So this one, the hash, I can just copy this and copy and then I paste it up. Then I ls. So yeah, it should be cd underscore underscore sorry, let's copy this, then paste it there. That's right. And if I ls, you can see the MySQL files. So that's how you create an anonymous volume. So we just clear that out and cd. So as you have seen, it creates a hash file, a random hash, and then appends your data onto that. So the other kind of volume that we can actually check is the host volumes. And what do you mean by the host volume? This is where the volume will be located on the host. For example, if you had this, it would mean that the volume is on a particular file or a particular folder in your server. So for example, we can just go back to what we had and edit that to create an anonymous volume. So this is what we had before. So I can just find out where the directory we are in by typing pwd, that is the current path. So I just go back to the command we used to create the volume. So there it is. So I just append a volume or a path to the host somewhere in the host here. So like for example, we are in root slash let's give it haven't created a folder, so this is just wrong. I just create a folder mkdir host volume, just cd into host volume and get the path. So we do now, we create another MySQL container, but now with the volume being on the host, so we append a path to the host. So let's just do that. So we had the root. Just copy this path. I'll just copy this path. I don't know where developers are allowed to control V, control C. So I just do that and put up. That should be alright, but we have to change the name because there's already a container with that name. So MySQL host volume, and that should be alright. So this should take shorter time compared to the other one. And there you go. So I sudo docker less, then I get all. Should be able to get a container. Sorry, sudo docker ls. Just that. Sorry, sudo docker yes. Sorry. So you can see we have the anonymous volume one. That one has already exited, so we made an error somewhere. So if you check MySQL host volume, it should be present. So let's just check if the volume is present somewhere. And you can see in the host volume, the files have been created. So that is how you create a host volume. Then finally, we will have named volumes. whereby you give the volume a particular name. So you can either name it by maybe your name or the name of the client, or however you want to name it. So we just go back to the command we had. Now what we do is we change this to, but we should publish this. I think for this one we'll publish this. We'll give it a different port, like this one we can do 70, 70, 79, 70, and that's 306. And then we can have the password is that, and the database is that. So this one we'll call it MySQL, and volume. So the volume, we just label this. We label it. We can call it named volume. So what this does, it goes to the folder var /lib /docker /volumes and creates this volume for your container. So I just click and that should be done. So if I go to /variable var /lib /docker /volumes, should be able to find named volume. So if I cd into named volume, should see my SQL files here. We go to cd data, that is where we find the MySQL data. Yeah, so basically that was that. We did not intend for this video to be long. However, if you wanted to check more details about a container, just docker inspect. Just go inspect the container name. There's one we named MySQL named volume. We can just grab this from here. I typed inspect, so I'll just change that. Inspect, and I click enter, and you're able to see all the details about the container. You can see the endpoint, the gateway, the AP version, and then what I'm interested in is the mounts. So if you check, this is where our volume is. Yeah, and so guys, that was all for us today, and I hope to see you in the next episode as we deal more on things with Docker and Kubernetes. These are interesting fields, and if you pressed on, you'll be able to understand these things and just pull up with them. So cheers guys, and see you around. Bye.